Man, I miss these days where the FBI, did their job. Instead of hunting down grandmas on January 6th, they are now actually doing things that are making America a safer country and actually fighting against those who hate us and actual terrorists and spies. And they just busted this Chinese spy here in Oregon, out of all places. These people keep choosing Oregon, and we all know why, because Oregon is sympathizers to people that break the law. They allow the illegal criminals to stay here. They don't call for the deportation of the illegal criminals, people that have committed crimes. In fact, they don't even cooperate with ICE and the detainers that ICE calls for on these illegal criminals, because Oregon and states like it, like Washington and California, are sanctuary states. And man, that's why these people keep choosing here, man. But the Happy Valley man was arrested yesterday by the FBI for spying for China. We're going to dig into it. Before we do, like always, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and follow me at Dave Medina PDX across all social media. And man, I try to stay positive, producer Vlad. I try to stay positive about Oregon as much as I can. Move to the right a little bit. There you go. I try to be, you know me. I really want to stay optimistic, but we have to report on stories like this because it just shows the failure of how much our state government fails its people. You have Chinese spies that are here underneath your nose, spying for our enemies, spying for our enemy in China. China's not our friend. China is our enemy. And you have guys that like being arrested for this. Meanwhile, our DOJ, our Department of Justice here in Oregon, are more focused on fighting Orange Man than actually getting the bad people out of our state. And that's the whole issue here. That's the whole angle here. Is why do these stories keep turning up in states like Oregon? I want to show you another story of an Iranian man, illegal, that got busted. He had a long rap sheet of crimes, and he got busted for. He got busted by ICE and is being deported, an Iranian national. But this was yesterday. Happy Valley man arrested by FBI for allegedly spying for China's state security. A resident of Happy Valley, Oregon, was arrested by the Federal Bureau of Investigation on Friday, June 27th, for allegedly acting as an agent of the People's Republic of China and the Ministry State Security. Yuan Chen is a PRC citizen who arrived in the U.S. on or about September in 2015 on a B1, B2 visitor visa. Chen was granted conditional permanent resident status after the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services recognized his marriage to Associate One on or about June 26 of 22, according to a criminal complaint obtained by KTU News. According to court documents, Chen and another person identified as Li Ran Lai, aka Ryan, were in the United States allegedly to gather intelligence about U.S. Navy service members, military bases, and to recruit other potential MSS assets from within the U.S. military. There are some pictures of the cash that was seized. The documents say that Yuan's traveled to Seattle in April 2022, and Associate Number One took photos of the naval base Kitsap, Bangor. Yuan was also directed to take photos of the U.S. Navy recruiting station. I mean, this is like active war, dude. This is active war by China. Many of the photos include full names, programs, hometowns, and the recruiter's name for the recent Navy recruits, the document said. Yuan and Lai acted within the United States under the direction and control of the government of the People's Republic of China, Communist China, without prior notification to the Attorney General as required by law. Why is it that we're always seeing the federal government and the FBI and these federal agencies that are stepping in to make Oregon a safer place, but our own Justice Department, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're going after Orange Man. They're suing Trump over the tariffs. It's such a joke. FBI arrested Chen on Friday. He was taken into custody of the Multnomah County Jail. That's where I was processed. It's kind of cool for trespassing on J6. He was released into the custody of the U.S. Marshal Service on June 30th. The case underscores the Chinese government's sustained and aggressive effort to infiltrate our military and undermine our national security from within, Pam Bondi said. The Justice Department will not stand by while hostile nations embed spies into our country. Now, we already know China's big strategy to infiltrate the United States, not just in militarily, but in society, but also in academia. It's been found that China was using academia with foreign exchange students and professors to infiltrate and to spy on America through academia, and also push propaganda on students, anti-America propaganda. So it kind of just it just confuses me when President Trump is like, he announced a couple weeks ago that 500,000 foreign exchange Chinese students are coming in. It's like, dude, what? Like sometimes I do trust Trump, but sometimes I wish he would give us an explanation of like, okay, we already know China is infiltrating us on several different fronts. Why are we allowing 500,000 Chinese exchange students? You can't tell me at least one of those isn't going to be like a spy, if not all of them or half of them. Come on, man. And so this was in Oregon, man. Of course, like I said, I mean, the Kash Patel said the FBI arrested 2 Chinese nationals who were allegedly attempting to recruit U.S. military service members on behalf of the PRC. This is really, really scary if you think about it. They always say that, if you're not really caught up on like, geopolitical issues or war or any kind of that stuff, of why America is so hard to dominate from the outside, not just because we have the best military and the most high-tech military, but we have 2 big oceans that surround us. Very hard for a country to formulate an attack on the U.S. when we have 2 big oceans, big pillow cushions that protect us, like thousands of miles of ocean. That's really hard for a country to invade, to set up plans to invade, especially a country that's the #1 superpower in the world. And so how do you do it? You do it from within. You do it with Trojan horses like this Chinese spy. You do it with, infiltrating every institution. And that's what China's doing. So this is a big deal. And so that's why this whole thing with Trump, I just don't really get. And if you think they weren't, they weren't using TikTok to infiltrate us, I mean, that's why they were trying to ban TikTok, because it was owned by the CCP. This was the FBI Houston. Lorraine Lai and Yuan Chen allegedly facilitated dead drop payments for U.S. national security info, contacted a Navy employee over social media, and even photographed bulletins containing names, programs, and hometowns of recent USN recruits. And so that was the FBI, press release right there. So this was the official Justice Department press release, just kind of going over. Is there any extra info here? It's just kind of what we already said in the K2 article. And we keep this like whole theme of like, why do they continue to choose Oregon? Well, I mean, last week, you might have missed this. Last week, ICE arrested an Iranian national who was illegally residing in Oregon. Again, Oregon is a very strong sanctuary state. And Oregon isn't just a sanctuary state for illegal families, that like good families, like you're just normal families that are trying to do good here. There are sanctuaries for illegal criminals. I can't tell you, we did a video on how many ICE detainers that ICE put out for these dangerous criminals. And the state of Oregon was like, nope, we're not complying with it. And they allowed these dangerous, instead of being like, we'll comply with it because these are dangerous criminals that have committed crimes. They've been convicted of crimes. Yes, we'll comply with it because we want Oregon to be safer. Nope. We're a complete sanctuary city for all of these. Like, it's so disgusting how much our government here in Oregon has let us down. And our Justice Department continues to let us down. And even one of these people that had an ICE detainer on him went and like stabbed an old man. So they're still committing crimes. All in the name of inclusivity and compassion. No, dude, that's not compassion. That's not compassion for your own people who are living here, paying taxes, working hard, trying to make your state better. But this comes as federal agency ramps up its mission to remove national security threats in wake of the United States war with Iran. While unlawfully residing in Oregon, the Iranian national racked up a serious criminal conviction, including sex abuse, theft, DUI, and related offenses. So he literally got convicted of these crimes, you guys. And when they were processing him, they saw that he was not a resident, and they still allowed him to be released. That's crazy. This is the picture of that national, the Iranian national. So it's like, we show you these stories because we need a new, fresh direction in these blue states, guys. And I'm telling you, like in Oregon, we have to come together and rally behind whoever runs for governor on the Republican side in 26, or we're going to get more of this, because our leaders now do not care about us. They just don't care about us. They don't care about our safety. They don't care about our families. They'll stand up for every compassionate cause under the sun if it's under that certain flag. That certain LGBTQIA plus flag. If you fall outside of that, you're a secondary citizen. If you're an actual resident and not illegal, you're a secondary citizen to the Oregon Democrats. It's insane. And this guy Sahin Farahkrani, 48, entered the U.S. under a tourist visa, was ordered to be removed by an immigration judge in 2002, and then was convicted of all these, theft, sex abuse, all this stuff. Look at this guy, just disgusting. And he was allowed to just stay in our communities, guys. So I don't want you ever, when these people, these blue states like Oregon say that they're looking out for the people of the Oregon citizens, and it's all about compassion, and we'll protect the right. Dude, these are the people who they're protecting. And it's just going to get worse if we don't do something. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me at Dave Medina PDX across all social media. I really appreciate you guys joining me, and we'll see you on the next one.